The sun hung low over Willow Creek, Montana, in the late summer of 1883, casting a golden glow across the sprawling plains that stretched toward the jagged silhouette of the Rockies. The small town, little more than a cluster of clapboard buildings and dusty trails, buzzed with the kind of restless anticipation that only came with the arrival of the noon stagecoach. Today, it carried a passenger who had set tongues wagging long before her boots touched the ground, Clara Beaumont, the mail-order bride promised to Samuel Harper, a rancher whose solitary life had become the stuff of local legend. Samuel, a man of 32 with broad shoulders and a face weathered by years under the open sky, stood at the edge of the depot, his hat tipped low to shield his eyes from the glare. His heart thudded with a mix of hope and nerves, emotions he wasn't accustomed to feeling. For months, he'd exchanged letters with Clara, her words penned in elegant script, promising a kind heart and a longing for a simple life. Now, as the stagecoach rattled to a stop, kicking up a cloud of dust, Samuel straightened, searching for the woman who'd agreed to share his world. The door swung open, and Clara stepped down, her auburn curls catching the sunlight like a halo. She wore a traveling dress of soft green, its hem dusted with the road's grit, and a pair of delicate lace gloves that seemed out of place in the rough-hewn town. Her green eyes scanned the crowd before landing on Samuel, and a smile curved her lips, warm and practiced. "Mr. Harper?" she asked, her voice carrying a faint eastern lilt. Samuel nodded, his throat tight, and offered a hand to help her with her trunk. The townsfolk watched, their whispers already weaving stories about the stranger who'd come to claim their quiet rancher's heart. Clara's arrival was a spark in a town starved for novelty, and by nightfall, every saloon and porch would hum with speculation about the woman from Boston. The first weeks at Samuel's ranch were a delicate dance of adjustment. The house, a sturdy but simple structure of pine logs, sat a mile outside town, surrounded by rolling pastures where Samuel's cattle grazed. Clara threw herself into the role of rancher's wife with a zeal that surprised even her. She rose at dawn to knead dough for biscuits, her hands deft despite their softness, and learned to stoke the temperamental wood stove without complaint. At night, she mended Samuel's shirts by lamplight, her needle flashing as she stitched torn seams. Samuel, a man of few words, found himself drawn to her quiet efficiency, her laughter when a calf nuzzled her hand, her questions about the land he loved. Over suppers of venison stew, he spoke of his dreams, expanding the ranch, maybe adding a barn, perhaps even children someday. Clara listened, her eyes bright with interest, but there was a shadow in them, a fleeting hesitation that Samuel attributed to the strangeness of her new life. She'd left a bustling city for a man she,